everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking you through another Dollar Tree challenge video. So this is going to be an extreme grocery haul and meal plan. I'm going to show you what I'm going to make with just items from the Dollar Tree. Now, I like doing these kind of videos because it really personally challenges me to get creative. When you have limited ingredients, you have to get super creative to feed your family. So for my husband and myself, we'll be eating for the next few days meals from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to make dinners and then whatever's left over we'll have for lunch. I have plenty of breakfast foods at home, so let me take you into the store, and then when I get home I'll show you what I bought and I'll give you my meal ideas. And as always, any recipes are in the description box below so you have easy access to them. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and as always, follow me over on Instagram for weekly positive inspiration as well. So let's get going. Come on, let's go shopping. I thought I'd give you a little look-see into our Dollar Tree because a lot of you have told me that our Dollar Trees here are bigger than yours and have a lot more options. I found this really interesting. They actually had unsweetened almond milk, which I've never seen before. So I'm just giving you a few bits and clips of our grocery section. It is a lot bigger than the grocery section in the Dollar Trees in Ohio. I found this yellow rice to be really interesting, but I didn't pick it up because it was only 9 ounces. So I did grab some brown sugar beans. The reason I grabbed these is because they had a lot of flavor with them. I know that the dry beans are cheaper, but I decided to do something different this time. I also was looking for a sauce. I wanted to grab a sauce so I could stick to the plan of just using what I bought, and I found this Leaping Leopard sweet chili sauce, so I grabbed that. So we do have a really large freezer section as well, and it was really well stocked today. I also found these, which I thought was really interesting. $1 for riced cauliflower was awesome. My favorites are always the stir fry and the mixed veggies and the winter mix and such, so I grabbed a few things. I also want to show you guys, they have a lot of frozen fruit, which are great for smoothies. So here is my finished cart. I grabbed 6 items. Now let's go home and I'll show you the first meal. It is actually the next day, but I wanted to jump on here really quickly because I actually went shopping yesterday, but I'm making one of the dinners this evening and then another one tomorrow. So a couple of things I want to say really quickly is this is not meant to be Bible when it comes to how you should shop when you budget. This is just how I choose to shop. We do have the means to eat and buy more food if we would like to, but I just want you to understand there is a difference between making a choice in extreme budget shopping because you are cutting back on your groceries or you are paying off debt or, you know, for whatever reason, or you just want to challenge yourself to spend less. We are personally on a financial journey to pay off all of our debt completely, and in order to do so, we have chosen to be really extreme with our grocery budget. Now, like I said, there's a difference between choosing to be extreme and not having the choice, and that is why I wanted to jump on here really quickly and just say, if you do not have the choice to cut back like we are with our grocery budget, then please reach out to the resources in your community. And if you don't know what resources those are, call 211. Call 211 on your cell phone and say, hey, I need help. I need groceries for my family, and there are resources in your area. I don't want you to pop onto this video and think, hey, I only have a few dollars and I need to, you know, make something for my family. If you're really struggling with food, I want you to reach out to your community members and figure out what avenues are possible for you, because no one should go without food. But again, if you are someone who is like myself, who is actually taking the extremes and making your budget really extreme so you can, you know, do what you want with your money, then hopefully these will give you some really good ideas. But also just a preference by saying, I eat whole food plant-based, maybe you don't, or maybe you're looking into a plant-based diet. I want to really showcase how inexpensive eating a plant-based diet can be and how much food you can get. You can still eat protein on this diet. You can get lots of voluminous starchy carbs and vegetables. So that is why I do these budget extreme challenges, just because this is what we are currently doing, but also to showcase and share that if you want to eat plant-based, it is the most healthy, most inexpensive way to eat that I can think of. So like I said, I just went to the Dollar Tree and I am not using any additional seasonings other than what I purchased and what you saw in my grocery cart. So 6 items. I'm going to make 2 large meals today. And there were some leftovers. So I also want to showcase to you that with 2 large meals, I still have leftovers. I still have items that I can utilize in meals coming later this week. So thank you so much for watching. Let's jump into recipe number 1. The first thing that I always do when it comes to meal prep is to prep anything that needs made ahead of time. So the first thing I did was get my rice into my Instant Pot. If you don't have an Instant Pot, you can definitely just use a stovetop, but this thing is so convenient and so easy. I use it literally every day. Pop it in for 12 minutes. Once it's naturally released, you have the perfect rice ever. So for recipe number 1, I am using the beans, the sauce, some mixed veggies, and some corn tortillas, plus the rice that was currently cooking when I filmed this clip. But let's just jump right into the recipe because I think you're really gonna like what I'm about to make. So the reason I got the canned beans is because I thought, you know what, I can use that liquid in the can as a sauce. So I am making a kind of Asian infused enchilada, and I'm going to just tell you right now, this was so good. I'm going to be making this again and again and again. It's amazing to me how creative you can get with items that you already know you like. Add a couple different seasonings, add a couple different sauces, put it together, and bam, you have a really delicious meal. So I forgot to grab a clip, but I did put about a 1/4 cup of water in with my frozen veggies and the beans. I don't cook with oil, I cook with water. And then my sauce, I just brought to a nice simmer. And yeah, there's a couple beans in it, but it was so good. I was taste testing as I went. So here is kind of my stovetop situation right now. I did put my oven on 375 degrees so I could get this meal in as soon as ready to go. And here is how the sauce looked. Once it's kind of started to bring to a simmer, it thickened and I turned it off completely so it could just kind of cool a little bit. And then once my rice was ready, I added rice to my beans and veggie mix, whipped that up, and the sweetness of the beans, because they were in a sauce, added so much flavor to this rice. Okay, let the layering begin. So once my sauce was ready and my rice was ready, I started to layer. I always put a little bit of sauce on the bottom of my enchilada bake. And then I did warm the corn tortillas for a few minutes in the microwave. Sometimes they just break. I have a lot of people ask me, like, how do you get them from breaking? I don't know. If you guys have any tips, leave them below because I have no idea. But I wasn't really concerned for this because it didn't need to look pretty. It was all going to be covered and kind of mashed together and then baked. So I just filled up the corn tortillas, filled my entire baking dish, and then kind of layered as I went. I would do like a layer of corn tortillas and then a little bit more sauce and then another layer of corn tortillas, and then I drizzled sauce on the top. Baked at 375 degrees for about 30 minutes until the sauce had soaked in. The corn tortillas had a really nice texture. The rice was really warm. And this made so much food. It was definitely enough for 4 servings, but I ended up having smaller servings than my husband, so it was perfect. On to the second dinner recipe. I'm using the stir-fry veggies, half a can of the beans, some of that chili sauce, and the rice, and we are making sticky sweet rice balls. And oh my gosh, your whole family is going to love these, trust me. If they don't, then there's something wrong with them because they are so delicious. So you just take the beans and the rice and put it in your food processor, and then once it's kind of like mashed up, you're going to put in some sauce. And it's going to be really sticky, but you're going to roll them into rice balls, pop them on a baking sheet, put them in your oven at 375 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes. Don't worry, you don't have to memorize this. All the recipes are linked in the description box below. So then you're just going to bake them and then pull them out of the oven and they're ready to eat. Try not to eat all of them before you get to the table because they are so good and they make the best leftovers. And then all I did with the stir-fry veggies is I just threw them in a pan with some water and steamed them up because I really wanted the rice balls to be like the feature of the meal. So the veggies were just a nice little side dish. as I promised, I wanted to show you what was left over after I made those 2 large meals. So I have some of that like fried rice from the enchiladas. I have some rice left over that I made, probably about 1.5 cups there. I have 4 of the corn tortillas left. I still have some chili sauce, and I still have some uncooked rice. So this is definitely a lot of leftover food, which I could have added to what I already made, but I just wanted to showcase that even though I made 2 large meals, I still have things left over that I can be creative with what I have already in my kitchen. So there's still things left over. Thank you again for watching today's video. I hope you really enjoyed it. And if you did, you give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and follow me over on Instagram. That way, if you make any of my recipes, you can tag me and tell me how much you love them or didn't love them or whatever. I would love to have you follow me over on Instagram as well. I love when I open the app and I see so many wonderful recipe shares that I can see that you guys are enjoying the recipes that I make. Have an awesome day. I will see you in my next video. Bye.